Hello there and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. Yes, we're back on here once again, going to be continuing where we left off last time. But first, you know what time it is. We've got to talk about Boosteroid, the cloud gaming service that we're going to be using to play this game today. So without further waste of your time, let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Boosteroid is a cloud gaming service that allows you to play your PC games on pretty much any device. This includes mobile devices such as cell phones and tablets. It is also on some smart TVs and even desktops and laptops. Playing your PC games will be done either through the Boosteroid app or the browser on the device of your choosing, so that no installation of games on your device is necessary, nor do you need to worry about the hardware requirements of said games. Boosteroid has PC games available to play from both the major platforms such as Steam and Epic, and you can play those games as long as you own them. There are also free games on Boosteroid, but to play either the games you own or the free ones, you must have a subscription to Boosteroid in order to play them. Creating an account on Boosteroid is free, so that you can get all of the info on everything you need to know to make an informed buying decision. Boosteroid has some of the best gaming hardware out there, so you can play your games at high resolutions and at high FPS. Your internet speed is very important to maintain the streaming quality of your game, so make sure you utilize the internet testing tool Boosteroid has available on their website to see if you can game on Boosteroid. They even have systems in place to make sure you don't lose progress on your saves if anything should happen, like loss of connection to the stream by keeping your streaming session open on your game until the save is made to the cloud. If the game does not have cloud saves available, then Boosteroid has you covered by saving the game locally to their servers, so you can continue to play those saves later on your next session. The one big thing about Boosteroid that has them over their competition is the session time limits. Other than the 10-minute session inactivity timer, there is no session time. This means you can play your games as long as you want. For 5 minutes or 5 hours, Boosteroid does not care. Just play them as long as you want, because your game time is precious, so they don't want to interrupt that. Should you experience any technical problems on the Boosteroid platform, please contact their support immediately in the live chat bottom right corner of their website, or via support@boosteroid.com. That is support@boosteroid.com. Their support works 24/7, and they should be able to help. They also have a really cool ability to see your session live while you're playing to see the problems that you're running into, to then determine how to make a fix to that session. So, really awesome. And whatnot. But yeah, if you decide to get a subscription to Boosteroid, there's a link down in the description below of this video that will help you do that. And if you decide to use that link, I do thank you, because you are helping out the channel. And also a huge thank you to Boosteroid for allowing me to be part of the partnership program. Alright, let's get back to the game. Let's go. Alrighty then, and here we are. So, last time we had got Mark III built, installed everywhere, as well as Mark III inserters installed everywhere, and we built a couple of factories, including this bad boy right here, which is making all of our, all of our blue proliferator, Mark II proliferator stuff, so we can spray stuff with even more efficiency. That's where we had pretty much got to before we ended. Was there anything else we did of any note? Oh yeah, we did rearrange this factory, I believe, and kind of made it a little more efficient. I think we did this last episode. The episodes kind of blend together after a while. They do tend to blend together sometimes, so, forgive me if I get something wrong. But yeah, we got that. We also got an extra storage for hydrogen, and as you can see, the facility is still working out the Mark I kind of sprays. I actually might clean up the belts-ish. Where the heck is the end of this? I think this is the end right here. Or one of the ends, anyway. They kind of just... And look how fast we can collect it, though. No. Okay, so we need this belt line here, which goes to this end here. Okay. And I think we can drain this. There we go. That way everything can get a little bit faster drained. At least for the most part. Because, man, this the green is just so much better. Okay. And what we can do is we can just insert that kind of stuff into the machines. Oh, can I like empty it this way too? Or does that give me... No, I'm taking motors. Whoops. Can't enter it. Oh, nope. Whoops. I don't want to be grabbing that stuff, man. I got this stuff. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It'll eventually sort itself out. Okay, enough messing around with that. So today's plan, we do need to work on our Proliferator Mark II stuff. Because this particular, the factory that's producing this stuff right here, the graphite, is not efficient enough for our, including these two factories together, are not efficient enough. We just need to make more, essentially, of whatever that is. And then we can go over here and get that done, because only about roughly half of our factory is the only thing that's really all that useful at the moment. Yeah, we can just fill these up. And of course it's going to back up everything. There we go. Get rid of all that. But yeah, we're having issues now. For sure. I mean, we're making the diamonds, which is working, but... Oh yeah, they're all full now. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can focus on that later. The Proliferator Mark II is being made, though. We're not using it at that speed, so that's why everything's backing up. But anyway... one more quick little stop over here. Let's go drop off our... This camera snapping is... driving me bonkers. I don't know. Okay. We need to focus on how are we going to get the third science. That's where we kind of need to start looking at anyway. Because yeah, the yellow is the one that's next. So if we start looking at that, we go science. Yeah, in order to get Mark III, we need yellow, and then in order to make that, you need man, that's so expensive. That's way too expensive for us at the moment. We're not quite there. We did unlock the research. So it takes diamonds and those crystals. And those crystals, the titanium crystal, takes titanium and crystals. Okay, and you can make these organically, or you can make them non-organically, which would make them not organic crystals. You can also get them from a crystal vein. But yeah, you can see you use plastic, water, and heavy oil in order to make that crystal. Or you can get these, like I said, you can also collect them from an organic crystal vein, which are very rare. As it says there, very rare to find. So that loops us back to the other planet. Let's get fuel going. There's another reason I was over here. All right, we should have everything we need for the most part. Don't need get rid of some of these. I got this stuff on hand, or I can grab this stuff at any time, really. I'll just remove that. Okay, carry some of the basic stuff, but shouldn't need to do anything with that. Okay, we're heading over to Wolfengar 4, the desert planet. Ooh, I'm using all my energy. And here we are. So this is the planet we had determined last time. This one's going to be doing our silicon and our titanium for now because we don't have access to the other planet yet. We technically do if we really want to go that far, but I think for now we'll be good. But this will be our silicon planet because it is mostly silicon here. If you actually look up, it's got 20 million silicon. So, and we started doing, and since we're able to make titanium ingots here, we can start doing planetary logistics. So basically what we can do is we can set up some factories to make silicon ingots directly from the silicon ore by smelting it, and then immediately push that out the door into a storage bin. And we'll bring over the Mark II proliferator stuff as well. I'll bring over a box of that for now. Yeah, see, here is our base of operations. I don't know where I put that titanium. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know where I put that. So all the titanium luckily is in one spot, so won't have to worry about that. So we head over here. We got all this titanium. Oh yes, I was gonna spray it, wasn't I? Yes. Okay, I think I'm gonna use a small box for this, because if we use a small box for this, then what we can do is just load it up and don't have to, you know, worry about placing too much of it, I guess you could say. Also some iron over here. Not gonna worry about the iron for now. A bit of power. Okay. And we'll put our proliferator Mark II in there. So we can make our titanium ingots and spray them as well. And we want to be able to spray the ore coming out of here so that we have that. Same with so this basic setup is for a Mark III belt. And this is how I'm going to start basing these, is off of a Mark III belt, which I believe is, this one was, the titanium ingots take 2 seconds, so it's 1 a second. So 1 a second, and these are 6 a second, right? Or no, wait, no, these are 30 a second. So 30 machines, so 15 either side. Yeah, okay, cool. I think on my last playthrough I was doing 10 machines per for the Mark III belt because of just the way it was. Yeah, as long as the storage coming in is always full, then you can go to max speed. Okay. Alright, so now we just need to find a place to do our... I mean, to be honest, the best place would be around, like, not near any nodes and stuff, so we have plenty of space. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's get a factory set up to do... We'll do... hold on. What is, how long does it take to make an ingot? It takes 1 second. Okay. So we could literally set that up equal to that one, and that will work. Oh, and what's really cool is since we're doing Mark III belts, now we don't have the Mark II arc furnaces, which those take those polarized magnets, I believe they're called. We don't have access to that. Well, again, it's one of those things where we have access to it, sure, but we don't have the ability to warp yet. So going and getting polarized magnets would take me probably somewhere to the tune of about 72 hours in real time, I think, if I had to take a shot in the dark here. Yeah, that's just what it is. So, okay, but we can take a blueprint of this, which is really nice. So basically, we'll take a blueprint of this. We won't include these though. We'll just add those in later. But yeah, so we can go ahead and make a new blueprint. And then I want to go right there. I do want to include... Do I want to include that? Or do I just want to do... Yeah, let's just not include that yet. So... this isn't the best blueprint in the world, but we can save it. I'll save it as... Whoops. Can't spell today. Smelter 30. And then I put 40. You know how it goes. Alright, and then of course the building is going to be a smelter. Oh yeah, then we got the new stuff too that... we never did get into this on my last playthrough because either this didn't exist or it just came into the game when we were ending. And we're just like, yeah, we won't bother. Yeah, see, they got the plane smelter, which takes the polarized magnets, which... Yeah, so we'll just do new blueprint there. Thumbnail text. We also want it to be the same as the thing. Okay, there we go. Save blueprint. Okay, so basically what that allows us to do is just plop it down. So it's nice and easy. We'll have to change the end of the belts. Like I said, this blueprint's not ideal, but I'll make proper blueprints once we get what do you call it? Interplanetary logistics set up. We have planetary logistics, but we don't have interplanetary logistics yet. So I'm kind of waiting on that. Yeah, that's a good spot. And then we'll just overlap with this. Okay, so we're gonna... That's how easy it is. And then we could do like eventually, like I said, interplanetary logistics. So I'm going to include that into the blueprint, and then that'll just make things so nice. Which is going to be very good. So since this is... oh yeah, and I should never set the recipe. I always forget. Don't set the recipe because you're going to have to change it. Anyway, so, whoops. Alrighty then, so now that we have all of that set up, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to use these things, these planetary logistics stations, and we're going to put them near all of these, let's see, we're going to put them near all of these silicon ore vein, or silicon nodes. That way we can just, what do you call it? We can just send all of this ore over here without having to have a million belts and stuff. Plus, we get a storage up to 5,000 inside these. The interplanetary ones are much bigger, but yeah, you get up to 5,000. I did bring over a whole bunch of proliferator Mark IIs, and if you set up the filters, what you can do is you can have this go like this, and then it just uses it as a storage, and then we send that over here so we can start making titanium properly. Because we were making titanium. I made a little bit more titanium, but then I was just like, you know what? Why don't I just get the proliferators over here too? We're gonna be on Mark II proliferators for quite a while. So, and then yeah, since it's being sprayed, it's you know, it's going to be a lot more efficient as well. So we won't have to wait for the system to warm up nearly as long. Plus, this belt will always be full as long as we're putting in the maximum number here. See just how much is being taken. I don't know if it'll ever catch up to itself until it gets full. These ones are 6 a second, right? Yeah, 6 a second. 6 a second, which is not even fast enough, to be honest. I should have brought this belt like this way, and then we could have 3 and 3. So I keep thinking of the 6 a second because that's the Mark I belt. There we go. Then what we'll do is we'll redirect that this way. Oh crap. Oh, I have a little trick. We do this. Check this out. Because you can't put this on a corner belt, but if you put it in beforehand, and then connect it. It still works. Isn't that amazing? I love it. All right, cool. We're now making titanium at an absurd rate. I mean, look how fast that is going. And yes, I want this box completely full because we definitely need that. And you see, this belt is completely maxed out. Actually, I don't. We should have, the miners should be enough, I'd imagine, because we did do a count, but of course over time this is going to drop. But yeah, that 30 smelters doing one particular product is so freaking fast. There we go. Because this is 6, 12, 18 a minute, or 18 a second, and 18 a second, and the belt's 30 a second. So yeah. The belt should be full, honestly, because it's... No, that's right, it takes 2 seconds to make 1 ingot. So, yeah, it would actually be halved. So we're actually outputting... instead of 30 a second, we're outputting 15 a second per line. So 30 a second in total. It's fine, we'll just let it go. But, yeah. And we won't need to do planetary logistics for this because this is the only node of titanium. But yeah, this titanium is going to be used. Since this is our only spot for titanium, I'm just gonna load up. We'll just load up on titanium. And then what you can do is you can also do this. Once you hit your maximum. Pick this up. And then you go like this from the top one. And then once this box gets full, it'll start filtering downwards. I believe that's how it works. I don't know. Does it filter downwards too? I can't remember. I think it does. But yeah, this is it's freaking hilarious. So yeah, once this gets completely full, then I'll start doing that. But then we'll suck up all the titanium that we can from this one spot. And what's cool about that as well is that should start dropping the number of these, so eventually we'll be able to put all of these in here. So yeah. So I'll put one of these next to each one of the nodes. I do need to make drones, which is the maximum number of drones 10? I thought it was 10. Let's see. Does it say? I think it is 10. I mean, it might be 40. I don't know why it doesn't say. I guess I have to make a drone in order to find out. Pin capacity is 25. Yeah, that's why you need to put them. We just max them out. Okay. So basically what we're going to do next is we're going to make a facility making these drones. So these drones take iron ore or iron ingots. That's easy. They need processors and they need thrusters. Thrusters are steel and copper. That's easy. And then of course the processor is the most complicated portion, which it needs both iron and copper and silicon in order to be made. Plus I need to make a second one of these as well because no wait, do I actually want to do that? Because if I make a second one of these, I guess we could send it to another place to get loaded up. Or we could just send it directly to interplanetary. Of course, we do have iron and copper on this planet. We could produce these here. I mean, it's a complicated process, but we'll just ferry the titanium and the silicon back to the Earth-like planet. I think that's fair for now. Okay. Well, let me get a facility up and going for those drones to be made, so we don't have to make them by hand. And then we'll come back over here, and I'll probably have a bunch of these as well ready to go. So, but yeah, we got to go back to the Earth-like planet in order to accomplish that anyway. So, and while that's going, then our titanium could be, our titanium is going to be good. So that'll be nice. Alrighty, and after a little bit of time has passed by, we've got our factory built, making our drones here. I've got this limited, so it doesn't make too many. But yeah, so slowly over time, I've been collecting these drones while I was doing other things. I went ahead and expanded because I needed more copper ingots. So I expanded this out to, I think it's 11 in there. Just as many as I could fit, really. And then moved the thing down here so that we could add in that an extra miner there. And I went ahead and got rid of this. There used to be a copper thing over here. So now it's coming in this way, and then it's splitting off this way and going that way. So that fixes that. And then, of course, we were damn near full on oil, as you can see just how close we were being full of oil. So what I did was I added an extra set. So basically what it does is it goes like this, and it goes backwards, and then goes over here to this set, and then goes to the front here, and then ends up going out this way. So we'll have twice the amount of storage. Same with the hydrogen, just going out that way and then going back this way and then coming out. Spaghettifying it all. And then, yeah, we didn't have enough oil coming in, so what I did was I went ahead and hooked up to, I think, almost all of the oil nodes, I think. We're getting a full belt, so I'm not too keen on hooking up every one of them, but we got this one, this one, this one, this one, which then goes to this belt, goes to these two, this one as well, which this belt then goes around. I know that we had the planetary logistics stuff going on, and I could have used that, but I was just like, I'm not to worry about it right now. It's like I got other things, but yeah, this thing looks freaking cool though with it going on. And now that it's got a full belt, you can see that our heavy oil is completely full. Hydrogen is on, not quite as full, but then it's being added in, and you can see that this machine's not even running because it's full on that. And the reason that it's not running is because, well, if we look at this, this is all backed up as well. If we go all the way up here, this is also all backed up. And just because the diamonds are backed up, and the diamonds are backed up because this box is completely full, on top of the entire factory. The entire planet factory is also completely full on all the spray. So that is very good, very good. We do need to take some more with us, I think. Last time I was there was at 30. There's at 3,200, so I'm going to assume I'm just going to take as many as I can, and we'll just go. We need to head back over to that other planet now that we've got our drones. We've got the planetary logistic stations. We just need to head out. And I think... Where's this other planet? Probably hiding. Oh, there you are. Yep, he was hiding. He gives like half my energy here to speed up. Maybe we can actually get there, because, you know, pretty crazy. Okay. There's where our missile pods are. Eventually we're going to pick that up. But I just kind of left it here just in case they decided to put down another node. Oh wow, it's completely filled those up. Okay, I'm going to add another set then. I'm just trying to make as much titanium as I can off of this one node, because we're definitely going to need it. And then we can have titanium once we get interplanetary logistics. Then we could just have the ships bringing all this titanium to different places. So I'm just kind of piling it up essentially. There we go. Do need a bit of power. There we go. Just so much freaking titanium going to be moved. Yeah, and we still haven't hardly touched this node yet, which is it's actually really good, because that's going to be a lot of titanium. Okay, so now how we get this set up. We're going to get this set up by going to each of these different nodes, like the one over here. Eventually, we will be taking all the rest of the material off this planet too. We're just going to focus on silicon for right now. So what we do is we go ahead and go to transportation, throw down one of these. Where are we gonna put it? I could probably put this right here. Let's put it down here, I guess. And the reason I'm putting it so far away is because I don't want to, for it to be in the way of putting down miners. And then once the silicon runs out, we can use it for copper later. So that's actually a pretty good spot for it. Let's get some power going. Okay, just gonna make sure that the miners are all hooked up. Okay, perfect. Let's get some power going. And just for the moment, we'll just do that. Okay. There we go. And there goes all of that. Oh, and even though it's depowered, it's going to start sending out the drones. Okay, I'm just going to power it then. I'm just going to power it then. Fine. Even though that's depowered, they can still pull from it. That's actually kind of nice to know. That means you do not have to power these if you do not want to. Now you can see just how fast it's draining. But that will then starts providing silicon ore to this. Now, that's not going to be enough. Oh, look at that. Planetary logistics, we delivered our first bit of ore. Yeah, there's a little spurts coming out, and that's going to be super, super inefficient for the moment, but that is okay. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use... I'm going to use one of these as another buffer, so I'm going to bring this out, bring that to here, and then I'll just run the belt into it. Yeah, and we'll use this as a buffer. I don't want to make too many because we might hit a point where we can do that. Put that down to 1. I don't think it really matters. Okay, let's get some power on that. Okay, she's now powered. And you are going to give me silicon ore, and you're going to be a provider. And then we can just pull from this, however much. And what I also like to do in cases like this is I'm just going to start using big boxes from now on. I usually like to put a little bit of a big box here. And I've done this before, and there's a very specific reason. Yeah, we can just set the filters fine. Okay. Oops. Click on this, and I want to reduce this down to a single line is fine. And that way I can always grab, you know what I mean? There's always grab, and I can always put it back if I grab too much. Because pulling from these is really difficult. If I remember correctly, it was really difficult. You can also limit the size of these too, how much is in this. So I could like reduce it down to that and then be like, okay, I only want, like 100 in these or whatever. We'll whack it up to max though, because we want to make as much silicon as we can. Now, of course, like I said, we're not bringing in anywhere near enough, even though we've got all this going. So now I'm going to go to each one of the nodes on the map and put down an exact system, just like this. Put down an exact one to just go ahead and get all of the silicon off this planet being delivered to this single point, and eventually I'll just add more of these, and then we can get even more silicon going if we need to. We have 60 smelters there, so that that's pretty good to start off with. So yeah, we'll get all of our silicon going here. We have a ship landing. Where? Opengar 3. Well, we're on 4 and 1. No, we're on 3. Oh, crap. Nope. You're not gonna... Oh, I see it. I see the platform landing. You're not gonna get away with that, you mother effer. I am going there right now. Yeah, just going as fast as I can. I'm glad I got a warning about it. Yep, they just put a base down. Okay. You want to play that way? Let's play that way. You ain't getting away with that easily. It was going to be level 1 as well. Get the heck out of here. It didn't take me long, did it? That's right. Oh, we have no power. I need to be careful here. Am I out of power? Oh, there it goes. It goes back. I am not out of power. Okay, good. Oh, I'm being pulled towards the gas giant. Crap. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Ooh, I think I jetted away just in time. Yeah, I'm not letting them. They can have Wolfengar 1, which is the lava planet. Yeah, they can have that one for now. But yeah, they are definitely not going to establish a base on my watch unless I don't notice. Oh, are we completely full? Yeah, we're completely full. Nice. All right. Am I even done with all the nodes? So we got that one. Oh, we've got a third one over here. I might route that to this just because it's so close. And then we've got 2 there as well. I think we need to claim all the nodes. I think is what I'm gonna do. And then yeah, we'll have all the silicon we could ever want, which will be nice because I'm gonna bring a bunch of that silicon with me back to the Earth-like planet, and I'm gonna get rid of my stone to silicon conversion. 'Cause that's so inefficient. Yeah, we're running out of coal. It's fine. It's fine. Alrighty then, so after a little bit more time, we have all of the nodes covered on this entire planet. So now if we look at all of our different, so we got those 2 nodes there, we got those 2 nodes there, those 2 nodes there, those 2 nodes there, we got that node all by itself, and then we've got the 3, if I can find it. Yeah, we got the 3 nodes going to that one. I didn't want to put another one here, it's like there was no point, but yeah, so eventually what we're going to do is we're going to put the planetary logistics, or interplanetary logistics here, and then we'll be able to bring like this copper and stone and stuff like that off this planet to different areas. But so far, yeah, we've maxed out on having our ingots. I'm going to go ahead and take these ingots back to the Earth-like planet, and we'll just put them in storage. And like I said, I need to end... where am I at? Okay, so I'm somewhere around here. We just need to go ahead and end that. Oh yeah, I'm also out of fuel too, so I need to be careful. I think what I'll do is, since I'm going to take the most I can take, I'm just going to put that much in there. Okay. And we'll just take, like I said, just take as much as we can take. This is for if I want to take a single stack or whatever. Yeah, other than that, it looks like we have everything set up. You can see the drones coming from all different manner of locations to keep this thing full. So as long as we got enough of this coming in, it looks like we're about to run out of this again. Okay. Yeah, varying stuff back and forth is going to be really annoying. But we'll be able to get this done. And we do need to start producing yellow here soon as well. The yellow science. Science! Where the heck are... That's one. Are you hiding? Oh, you were hiding. Okay. Eventually I want to take out this hive at some point too. But I need to get probably into purple before I can do that. Because that way we get access to like the big ships that can protect us and take out the base at the same time. The big ships. Ones that are like, like a quarter size of a planet. This is massive freaking Actually, they're probably not that big, but yep, just massive ones. Okay, we'll head over here. We need to grab some fuel, of course. And eventually what I want to do is I want to set up a factory that's going to be using our titanium too. Before we do that, let's head over here. Yeah. I know I'm low on energy. Actually don't have a spot. Oh yeah, I do. I was like, I don't have a spot for this. Like, yep, yeah, actually I do. There we go. So then that'll kind of max out on all of that for a little bit. Now, like I said, I do want to pick this up, so we're gonna just gonna start, I guess, just start grabbing stuff. Okay, and then this stone could be used for other things. Right, sweet. It gets rid of most of this. Whoops. Okay, 1 second. We'll get your power again. Bam. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go get us some fuel. We'll be able to make hydrogen fuel rods now that we're bringing titanium over, which will be, you know, pretty darn nice. Oh, I've got a whole bunch of... I'm just gonna get rid of all this. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's get a charge from the... Get a charge from the base power system. Look at that. Ooh. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, and while I'm thinking about it too, I did have to remove some solar panels earlier for like this project here, getting more oil and stuff. These need power. Okay, we can put these back. Alrighty, cool. That takes care of that. So, now we need the titanium crystals being made. Let's see, we're making this, right? Which is diamonds. Okay, so we're going to need to make even more diamonds, which means we're going to need another factory getting, the other thing. How many do we want here making the yellow? If I remember correctly, it's like roughly double, right? Because blue it takes 3 seconds to make blue, it takes 6 seconds to make red, and it takes we'll say just 9 seconds to make yellow. So, so we've doubled up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10, 15, so 15. I don't have a thing making labs. So 15 labs. Okay, so we're gonna need some glass. 15 labs making yellow. We can get that set up to basically go down this route, and I need to move this out of here, I think. Holy crap, look at this. It's a mess. What have I done? I'm gonna have to move this. You know what I might do is I might take this and move it over here, and then we can put them out in a line. Because we have room here, and then I'll put them out in a single line of 10 and stuff like that. So yeah, and of course the other crystal that we need to make diamonds, which we get from that, and then we'll need to make this as well, which is titanium crystals, which titanium crystals are being made with plastic, so we need to start making plastic, which is again even more graphite. I need so much graphite, it's insane. At least we'll start using our heavy oil again. So I'm gonna need a big facility. Okay, so we'll go off of the 15 number, that we need one of these every 8 seconds times 15, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, because we need plastic, because we need to make these crystals because we cannot mine them, and I am not going to go wood and grass and water. We're going to be doing this one. So I need to work out the numbers there. Let's see. Okay, so we'll have to make some of these factories kind of off-site here. Let's see. Now, what the cool thing is, we do have interplanetary logistics, so we don't have to worry too much about where the factory is necessarily. We just need to pick a spot for plastic. So, we know that yellow is probably going to be made somewhere nearby. Yeah, let me move these labs real quick and then get up the factory set up for making yellow. I'm going to reroute some of this, I think. Kind of clear some space. I just need 5 in a row so that I can stack them. So we're going to need 25 labs. Or no, wait. Well, I'll be adding one extra there, but yeah. You know, we could move the labs that are doing the research and have a planetary logistics system bringing them somewhere else. That could work too. And what we could do is there's so much space over here. We could just foundation this in mostly. Well, depends on how much I have, but yeah. And then we can move like all of the lab stuff over here, and then we'll just have the planetary logistics bringing in the stuff needed to not only make the cubes, but also to make the, but also to actually do the research itself. I think that would probably be a really good idea. Alrighty, so I got things cleaned out, and I've actually got a little bit more organized as well. Now that we've got some planetary logistics going on, I've got heavy oil going into this one, which we're going to use to make plastic and a few other things, of course. And then we've got heavy oil going into each of these so that we don't have belts everywhere anymore. Which is because that was an insane thing. I also got another diamond factory over here going for our yellow. And then we've got oil, going into this one. And I've got a whole bunch of coal as well doing a few of these. So I cleaned this out, got this completely cleaned up. And now we've got blue going to these. I've actually detached them from the factories for now. Until we use up these boxes. That way it's just the 5,000 in here. That's going to be our thing, because if it's okay, so we're gonna have less stacks, I guess, but it's still 5,000 each, so that's not bad. And then up here, I've got a bunch of coal. I've got a bunch of I decided to do a full belt for factories doing what is it called? Graphite, that's it, yeah. It's just like getting the graphite over there, so we're gonna do plastic up here, which we need 20 machines from what I can tell. We need 20 machines doing... Did I just not make a... Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. I ran out of silicon again. I have to keep ferrying silicon back. It's actually getting on my nerves a little bit. This is like, what the heck, man? But we can get that done. Yeah, so here's my stuff. Yeah, we needed 20 chemical plants. I got 21. So yeah, just bringing back the sprayed silicon so we can make our processors and whatnot. 2040 or sorry, jeez, 51, 52. I'm really exhausted all of a sudden. Like, what the heck? We got 200 there. Okay, so we almost got enough. The 296 up here, that's the solar panels. I ran out of power, so I had to expand my solar panel network. Going around the planet. We're up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lines, I guess you could say. So, alright, let's get this plastic factory up and going. Plastic factory, I think I'm going to put it on this, and we'll do... Yeah, we'll do the 20 machines. Actually, probably should have had the belt set up already. Yeah, so that'll be our plastics factory. We're actually making a lot more plastic than we need, but it's okay. Okay, so we needed oil and graphite. So graphite, put that on the receiving end. And also I'm going to request a bit of this. I'm going to put it down to 200, I think should be more than fine. Oh, we got to spray all this stuff too, don't we? Wait, we don't have to spray. No, we don't. We don't have to spray it, no. We have to spray the plastic, but that's it, so. All right, then we'll put that on the receiving end. So we can get our 200. They only carry 25 each at the moment, so. And this one's going to be plastic, and this is going to be a provider. Oh, am I out of drones? Nope, not quite. Not yet. Oh, no. I guess I did fill it. Ah! Like I said, I'm a little tired at the moment for some reason. Okay, so yeah, I want heavy oil coming out of this one, yes. Alright, I'm just going to pull this alongside each one of these. Yeah, we'll give a little bit of a room here. Okay, so heavy oil. Ah, there. Okay, so heavy oil, and then this one will be graphite. We don't need it in such numbers that it's going to be crazy, so. Because if we actually look at plastic, it needs 2 oil every 3 seconds, so that's less than 1 a second for the inserters. So yeah, we'll be good. Okay, but if we get the plastic built, and then we get, because we need plastic for the organic crystals, which is the same number because it takes 3 seconds to make 1 plastic. We need 2 plastic. So we need to do a second set of these. This is also in the chemical plant. So if we go, well, I don't want to go directly into the thing unless we could spray it. That's a lot of spray. If we were to do like individual. Because we're not producing that much. We're producing 1 every 3 seconds times 20. So 20 every 3 seconds. And we could do 30 every second. But yeah, that's way less on a single belt. So we'll just have it go back into this, and then it can pop out. Like it'll go into here, and then it'll pop back out, and we'll just have another set. Because yeah, in order to make the crystals, we also need heavy oil and water. Plus the plastic. So we'll have it just go through, get sprayed, and then go back to then be served for that. So we should be good. Yeah, get that and the crystal one set up. Alrighty, and after a little bit of time, go ahead and got this crystal factory up and going. We got our plastic going. Now our plastic is completely backed up. So basically, we got 2 buffers here. This one's a buffer so that we can send plastic elsewhere, and then this one's just a depot to hold the plastic for this production line. And if we need to, we'll send it out. Oh, of course I'm not spraying these. There we are. Sometimes you forget that kind of stuff. But we got 10 of these. I didn't want to use all of my plastic for organic crystals. We only needed 10 machines to make the crystals themselves. So actually, we don't even need that. I think we needed like 8 or something like that. So we're making a little bit more, but that's okay. So we're making our plastic, we're making our organic crystals, and everything is looking fine. But I do think we are hitting up against the end of our episode. Pretty sure. So we're going to go ahead and stop here, and next time we will go ahead and make the titanium crystals. Because we have the diamonds, all we need is titanium crystals, and then we can make a little factory making yellow structure matrices. So we'll get focused on that, and we have to ferry the titanium in by hand, unfortunately, for now. But once we research a bit of yellow, all we have to do is go into the research tree. This is actually the first thing I'm going to do. one of the first things we're going to do. This requires titanium alloy, which titanium alloy is made with sulfuric acid and steel. Oh my gosh, I forgot how expensive that is. But if we can make some of these, then we don't have to ferry anymore. We can just have... Oh yeah, we need the titanium alloy for the ships and themselves as well. So yeah, we're... that's going to be interesting. But hey, at least we got planetary logistics. So basically all this means is that we can send stuff through the planets. We just can't send stuff between planets. So that's our issue. That's our main issue anyway. And we keep running out of titanium and silicon. It's like, well, why don't we just bring the stuff, or bring the factories that use the titanium and silicon there? It's like, well, then I got to bring everything else. So kind of, you know, at that point of, I keep running out. I keep filling this box and it just keeps running out, man. Crazy. But anyway, with that making of those couple of factories that we made today, and kind of expansion on stuff and kind of getting stuff a little more organized, where we can actually start doing modular factories, you know, one big factory making this, one big factory making that, and then we can just send it wherever. Look, I mean, look at this, it's crazy. We will go ahead and leave it here though. Just a quick little reminder though, if you'd like to get a subscription to Boosteroid so you can play your PC games on pretty much any device, there's a link down in the description below that will help you do that. And if you decide to use that link to get a subscription to Boosteroid, I do thank you, because you are helping out the channel. But like I said, for now that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.